Welcome to our exploration of Genesis 19, a powerful chapter in the Bible that tells the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. These ancient cities were notorious for their wickedness. The narrative begins with two angels visiting Lot, who was Abraham's nephew, to warn him about the impending destruction of these cities. Genesis, the first book of the Bible, sets the stage for many pivotal events, with Genesis 19 highlighting the consequences of sin and the mercy of God. Though this story occurred thousands of years ago, its lessons remain profoundly relevant today. Sodom and Gomorrah, believed to be located near the Dead Sea, were prosperous yet morally decayed cities. This historical and biblical context paints a vivid picture of a society that had completely lost its way, helping us grasp the gravity of the events and the broader implications. Genesis 19 serves not only as a tale of destruction, but also as a story of warning and opportunity about choices and their consequences, setting the stage for a deeper exploration. The main events of Genesis 19 are nothing short of dramatic. The chapter unfolds with the arrival of two angels in Sodom, where Lot sees them and insists they stay at his home, offering hospitality, a significant gesture that symbolized respect and protection during those times. However, that night, the men of Sodom surround Lot's house, demanding to see the visitors with evil intentions. In an attempt to protect the angels, Lot shockingly offers his daughters instead, highlighting the city's extreme corruption. The angels then intervene, striking the men with blindness and warning Lot to flee the city with his family. The following morning, Lot, his wife, and two daughters leave Sodom, instructed not to look back. However, Lot's wife disobeys, looks back and turns into a pillar of salt, symbolizing the consequences of disobedience and attachment to sin. The angels subsequently destroy Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. This profound destruction represents God's judgment but also his mercy, as Lot and his family were spared. This dual theme of judgment and mercy underscores the importance of righteousness and obedience. The story concludes with Lot and his daughters in a cave, fearing the end of humanity. In their desperation, the daughters commit a grave sin to preserve their family line, reflecting the lingering effects of Sodom's corruption. Genesis 19 is rich in theological implications, shedding light on the seriousness of sin. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah for their wickedness demonstrates that God does not tolerate sin, serving as a stern warning that sin has real consequences. Additionally, the story illustrates God's mercy, as despite the widespread sin, Lot and his family were saved, attesting to God's willingness to save the righteous and his profound compassion. Furthermore, the narrative emphasizes the importance of obedience. Lot's wife's fate, turning into a pillar of salt for her disobedience, teaches us the value of listening to God and highlights the dangers of clinging to sinful ways. Obedience leads to salvation, while disobedience leads to destruction. Lastly, Genesis 19 touches on human weakness. The actions of Lot's daughters, driven by desperation, show that even the righteous can fall, reminding us of the lingering influence of a corrupt society. These theological themes are timeless, offering lessons for personal growth and reminding us of God's justice and mercy. They call us to live righteous lives and continually seek his guidance. Genesis 19 has many lessons for us today. First, it reminds us to be hospitable and kind. Lot welcomed the angels into his home. In a world where kindness is often lacking, this lesson is crucial. We should strive to be welcoming and generous to others. Second, the story warns us about the dangers of moral decay. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed because of their wickedness. Today we face similar challenges. Corruption, greed, and immorality are prevalent. We must guard against these influences. We should strive to live upright lives. Third, the story teaches us about obedience. Lot's wife looked back and faced the consequences. This reminds us to follow God's commands. In our daily lives, we should strive to obey and trust in his guidance. Obedience leads to blessings, while disobedience brings hardships. Finally, Genesis 19 speaks to the power of faith. Lot's family was saved because of their faith. In times of trouble, we must hold on to our faith. It gives us strength and hope. It helps us navigate challenges and make righteous choices. These lessons are relevant today. They guide us in our personal and spiritual growth. They remind us to be kind, avoid sin, obey God, and keep our faith strong. Genesis 19 offers timeless wisdom for modern challenges. As we reflect on Genesis 19, several questions arise. How do we show kindness and hospitality in our daily lives? Do we guard against moral decay in our society? Are we obedient to God's guidance, or do we falter like Lot's wife? How strong is our faith in times of trouble? These questions invite deep reflection. They challenge us to examine our lives. They encourage us to strive for righteousness. They remind us of the importance of faith, obedience, and kindness. By reflecting on these questions, we can grow personally and spiritually. Genesis 19 also calls us to explore more biblical stories. Each story in the Bible offers valuable lessons. They provide guidance for our lives. They help us understand God's will and deepen our faith. Exploring these stories can be a journey of growth and discovery. In conclusion, Genesis 19 is a powerful chapter. It offers lessons that are timeless and relevant. It challenges us to reflect and grow. By studying this story and others in the Bible, we can find guidance and wisdom. We can learn to live righteous lives and strengthen our faith. So let us delve deeper into the Bible. Let us seek its wisdom and apply its lessons. Let us strive to be kind, obedient, and faithful. In doing so, we can navigate the challenges of today and grow closer to God.